Today we're going to learn how to do complex surfacing of a BMW M6. First, we need to import 3 different blueprint sketches onto the 3 different principal planes of SOLIDWORKS. These sketches can be found online or in the link provided in the description box of this video. First, we will import the front view blueprint sketch of the car into the front plane. This can be done by going to the Tools menu, then selecting Sketch Tools, and then Sketch Picture. When doing this, make sure the sketch picture is centered on the origin. Then, we will import the bottom sketch into the top plane using the same procedure. Once again, make sure that the sketch picture is centered on the origin. Finally, we will import the side view of the car into the right plane using the exact same procedure. These sketch pictures will be used as a template in order to create the 3D sketches and spline curves needed for the complex modeling of the M6. Now we will learn how to do a surface loft. To do a surface loft, we need to create 2 sketches on 2 different planes. The first sketch will be created on the right plane. In this sketch, select the spline tool, and then using this tool, match the contours of the blueprint sketch. This may take some time to perfect. If you are having problems with this, you may want to create extra control points along the spline to allow you to control it more precisely. Next, we will create a sketch on the top plane. This sketch will follow the same contour as the last sketch, but will be drawn on the top plane. After these 2 sketches are created, select the 2 sketches, and in the Features tab, go to Curves, and then select Projected Curve. This will create a curve which will be used when creating a lofted surface. This process will then be repeated because a surface loft requires 2 curves. Another spline must be drawn following a different contour. This will act as the other edge of the surface when creating the surface loft. Then create another spline on the same contour, but on the top plane rather than the right plane. Another curve will then be created using the 2 sketches you just made. Once you have created both of the curves, select the Analysis Preparation tab. You must select Surfaces and then choose Lofted Surface. In the Profiles box of the Lofted Surface tool, you must select the curves you have just created. Hitting OK will then create a lofted surface using these curves.
So now we want to create a boundary surface. We want to pick the right plane and pick a spline. And then we're gonna draw the spline on the contour of the car that is in the middle. So just adjust the spline so it fits perfectly along the line. Just click OK on that and exit the sketch. And now we're going to draw a 3D sketch. The 3D sketch is going to connect the lofted surface with the spline that we just made. Make sure that after every 3D sketch you exit and save. And just adjust the spline so that it perfectly follows the contour of the car. So now we're going to create another 3D sketch and connect the other side of the lofted surface with the other end of the spline in the middle of the car. In the Analysis Preparation tab, go to Surfaces and then go to Boundary Surface. In the direction box, you want to click the lofted surface along with the spline that's in the middle of the car. And in the Direction 2 box, you want to select the two splines that connect the lofted surface with the middle spline. And just hit OK on that, and this will create a boundary surface. Now we want to trim the surface that we just created. So go into Display Styles and click on Wireframe so we can see the contours of the car. And then on the top plane, you're going to want to create a spline that follows the bottom of the windshield. Adjust the spline so it follows the line. Now we're going to go into Surfaces and select Trim Surface. In the Trim Tool box, you want to select the spline that we just created, and in the second box, you want to select on the surface that we want to remove. And remember to select Remove Selections. Click OK, and that will remove the surface that was trimmed.
Next, we will be creating a surface fill. For a surface fill, you need to have two curves and two 3D splines to connect them. These curves will be made using the same procedure used before. The spline for this curve will have 3 control points to accurately represent the contour. A straight line segment must be added onto the end of the spline, and a tangent sketch relation must be made between the straight line segment and the spline. Another straight line portion must be added to the other side as well. This straight line portion must be turned into construction geometry. Another curve will be used to outline the wheel well using the same procedure as before. One sketch will be made on the top plane and one sketch on the right plane, and the control points will be used to match the spline to the contour. In order to create a filled surface, another 2 3D splines will be required for the patch boundary in the filled surface feature, as well as the 2 curves we made before. When you are creating the 2 3D splines to connect the 2 curves, make sure the endpoints of the curves and the 3D splines are coincident so they make a closed surface. Otherwise, SOLIDWORKS will pop up errors. Another 3D spline is created as the constraint curve in order to create a filled surface. Pressing OK will then create the surface fill. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it.